So far, the only way we have outputted data is system.out.println, and this really outputs data to the user. We have gathered input from the user in the past with this scanner, and in the last lesson we have learned how to input the data into functions using parameters. Now we are going to learn how to output data from function using returns type. We will talk more about return types in a second, but imagine you go to a restaurant with four of your friends and you all order similarly priced meal and want to tip and tax the same amount. The list meal price comes out to be 100 rupees. You want to tip 20% or 0.20 as a group, and the sales tax is 8%, 0.08 I have given here. With the function you created in the last video, we can calculate the total meal cost, which will come out to 128 it is, and that would get printed out to the console. Now what if we wanted to split the bill among me and my friends? The total meal cost is 128, but I want to know what each person owes on the bill. We could add a parameter to our function that represents the number of people at the meal and divide the final results by that number. But then the function name doesn't really make sense because the printout statement should represent the total cost of meat, not my portion. What I really want to do is somehow get access to the data outputted by the calculate total meal price function and manipulate it some more. I want to divide it by 5. We can do this with return types. For the function we have created, we have always prefixed them with public static void. Void is actually the return type. Every function in Java returns some value or nothing, and every function we have created so far has returned void or nothing. The result variable is a double, so we will change to double to make double our return type. Let's see in code. So here, if you can see, our return type is void as of now. So I am making it as double because the results that we are getting is in the form of double. So instead of system.out.print, I need to add a return statement in which I will be returning the result. So if you can see what it will return the result directly. So our function is returning the result of calculate total meal price. Now we can access and save the result in a remain function. How do we save the result? Just like we save any value in Java. We can create a variable. First we will call the calculate total meal price function with 100.8.2 and 0.8 as text, and we will calculate. To print the output of this function in the main method, we need to store it inside a variable and then print that variable. So I will be typing double and group meal price. I will give the variable name. So why I have used double here? Because the return type for my function is double here. That is why I have used a double variable here. Now I will print it out using print statement group meal price. So let's try to run the code and see what output we got. So if you can see, my output that we got is 110, the total meal price that is getting calculated. So this is the meal price that is getting calculated using the listed meal price, tip rate and tax rate. Now we will see it in debug mode, like what values we are getting. So I will run it in debug mode and we will see the results, like how it functions. So if you can see the args I'm getting for my main method that we have seen in our previous chapter also. Now I will step over. So now I'm inside my function calculate total meal price function, where my listed meal price is 100, tip rate is 0.02 and tax rate is 0.08. Tip is calculated as 2, tax is calculated as 8, and the result is 1110. Now I will resume program and see what result I will get. So I'm getting 110 as the result. Now I want to calculate the meal price for the individuals. So as of now, I have 5 group members. I want the individual share price for each and every member. So I will create another variable, individual meal price is equals to group meal price divided by 5. Now I need to give the variable type to this individual meal price. Now I will print out the individual meal price. Let's see how it goes. So the individual meal price that I got is 22. Kudos, we have just calculated the individual meal price using our function value. We just made our function a little more sophisticated by adding a return type. In this case, our return type happened to be a double, but it could be a boolean, int, char, string, or any data type that we have covered. In this chapter, we have been defining and using our own custom function, but there are functions that are already defined in Java and we can just use them. We will take a look at some of the built-in function in next chapters.